Hi, welcome back to my channel. We are live now, and my name is Lalita Janette, and it's on day 17 now that I am come up and live and speak whatever in my head to overcome the fear and just doing it. And today I come up bareface, the most natural I could be just before bedtime in my pajamas. I think there's a lot of proof that I become super comfortable with myself. And today, what I want to share is a little bit, not a little bit. I'm very, very hesitating that I would share this or not. But I decided I will do it anyway. Yesterday, I shared with you guys a great news that I be accepted to the writing group of Andoras. And today, I want to say that I feel very disappointed because some of the group member they don't want to expand the group size because they don't want to have more work to do or thing to read, which is I understand. It's not like everyone's. I don't know how many member that doesn't want more people, so they want to limit it to very small circle, and I would say very small circle, and I understand that. Yeah, but I cannot help. I feel disappointed and I feel kind of betrayed. Not betray. It's like you got. It's like when you were young and then adult have said, "Okay, I promise you this and that," and then the next day said, "Okay, not anymore." So I kind of feel that it's better to not really give me a word and then just take it back. To me, I feel it's not good. And yeah, so I feel quite frustrated about this situation just because I wanted to connect with people who have the same passions and be inspired and learn from. But one thing that I could say that I be proud of myself that I don't take this personal about myself. It's not about they don't want me in a group. It's not about I am not a good writer. I'm not. No, they don't even know me. They have never read my story. Their concern is that they want this small number because they cannot read more work from Arthur, and that's it. And I, yeah, I see what it was, why it was, but I can help. I feel disappointed because I was looking for to connect and enjoy the journey and share with someone, and that is like a very fulfilling path for me, and I feel it was stealing from me. So I feel, yes, was not good. However, I did editing my writing. I came back to the first chapter and did editing it, and every time when I was in that zone, connected with the story, come up with a good idea, I feel like everything else in the world is not a problem. Really. And actually I was very proud of myself that I told the group founder that of the writing that yeah, I understand, but I have speak my mind because I also feel that the group is not represents the Andola writing because it's the Andola writing group, but actually it's just a group of 8 people writing because they don't want to connect with more people. They not want to connect any new writer. They just want to be in their zone. So I don't know why is Andorra writer is now more like I am egg writer, more this to me. So, but anyway, whatever choice they wanna make, it is they can do whatever and they can use whatever name. But I just hope that the group can actually bring more new fresh energies in and open to connect, and then maybe if reading everyone work is too much, you could adjust into the different way and different form that still can be open arm for new people, then that cannot be. Mm. Yeah, but whatever. That is not very. I always think that if thing doesn't go the way I wanted, it might mean that there was something else better, or there is something else that I should invest my energy into. Because if I was part of the group, I also have to read the story of others, which could be helpful, or it could be waste of time. And this is I never known until I got there. So I always believe that there is a higher self that guide us and will or choose the path that is most fit and most benefit for us, and in some way might not be. Like for example, when I start journey of writing, I connect with the coach in Kopangan. His name is Brian Gruber, and he is my first coach. So when I become very successful, you will hear his name. So I decided to have him have a coach, and I think it's a very great decision, because at the time I was very insecure that I don't even think about if the book could be a success. Only to think about could I finish it is already hard to contemplate. It's like I have, I feel I have no ability to even finish it. And then the coach Brian told me that one book at least minimum you need to have maybe 30,000 words. And he asked me how many words I could write in a day. And I said, yeah, I could write 1,000 words a day. He said, then in 30 days, you can finish the book. He make it so easy. you know, I'm glad that he didn't tell me everything from the first and from the start. If he told me, you write 1,000 words, but maybe you write 1,000 words a day, but to edit that may take months. Which is now I understand, but I'm ready to know it already. At the time, I would not be ready. And if I got to learn something too soon, it may kill my passion. Because if I know all the process of how to make the book happen, I think I might quit already. And the great thing is, like I wrote the first chapter and I gave Brian to critics. The way that he was gentle with me and didn't tell me the truth about how horrible and suck it is. it then some truth have to be withhold. Otherwise, I would not be here already. I didn't know what good book is. So when I wrote it, I didn't know if it's good or bad. I thought it's the best of what I can do. And it's turned out when I go back and I read it, I was like thankful that Brian never told me that it was suck. And I'm now can say it and laugh about it. It's because I have been improving. And because of this, I don't feel sorry for myself in the past. I saw that wow, how far I have come and how much improving I have been through. And by this is kind of give me reassurance that even though I have no skill, I have no any background in writing, my English is not perfect and still not perfect, and I don't know if could be perfect in the future. I know one thing, I am a fast learner. And when I love learning about something that is could be a speed trial. So yeah, and I'm still learn every day. The thing is, I always thought that my writing is the best. This is a view that I have for myself when I read it. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I thought this. And then I learned something new. And then when I go back to read it, I was like, okay, this is a lot to improve. And then I improve it and I feel, wow, this is beautiful again until I learn new thing and I know I have to improve. So sometimes I think the in order to get us to where we want or who we want to become, the skill that we want, the best important thing and the most important is like the will toward ourselves. How can we really believe in ourselves the whole way? How can we see it always great? And sometimes it doesn't need to be a not doesn't need to be anyone's standard. And if I be with like I compare myself to everybody else than that. I don't think that I could see myself the best. But now I do see that everybody ever have a strength and have a weakness. I don't want to say weakness, like some strength and then uniqueness. Because I know some writer who are very well, like in academic English language, and they can write fluent all word and all thing. But of course, they have something else they have to improve and struggling about. And in my case, I just realized that even though the language and the word and vocabulary is very like limit me in order to express myself, but I'm really good at the structure, the story. I just it just comes so naturally. Like so this is also something that some have to learn about it. And for me it feel like a gift. So in some way there's no such thing like there's no such thing like we are less than other or have less ability. It's just we have different ability. And this when we sit together with people who have different ability and talents, we can exchange and we can kind of help each others. And energy is travel through each other. Like I glad that I met the founder of Endurance Writer. Her name is Claire Alcott. She's a really amazing woman, have just a wonderful experience. And one thing she told me, editing is the key. And she loved editing. She told me, I love editing. And I think in that one sitting exchange, that love of editing is transferred to me. I kind of feel differently about editing process, and I kind of enjoying editing it. At first, I was like thinking editing is like no, can't edit. The word edit is like you go change, it's fixing that something like broken and not perfect. And now I get that transmission from her that editing is uh, is a bigger part than writing itself. It's everything about writings to me. I may spend one day to write one chapter, first draft. I call zero draft. It's like the draft that no one understands except me. And then I spend weeks, 2, 3 weeks, sometimes for one chapter to be edited in the first draft, not even finish. And yeah, and I'm glad that I am in love with it. Oh my god, I'm so happy with myself that you know, no matter what everybody else think, if only ourselves can see ourselves in the best version and only ourselves can really like cheer ourselves and be the best cheerleader. That's I have this tingling sensation in my heart of like my inner child as if saying that yeah, I just want this. I want you to see me. I want you to love me. I want you to accept me. And this is all I wanted. And this inner child, once she or he received this from us, from me, from you, from ourselves, it's so fulfilling. It's fulfilling that there is nothing else that you need. And these validations that you give to yourself is the one that will keep you doing what you're doing until you be where you want to be. It's sound like concept that you have to accept yourself now, but you want to be someone else. I know it's confusing. So if I accept myself now, I don't do anything. It's not like that. It's like we have an aim and we have a goal, and we have some people we are very feel inspired and we want to be like them. but we accept ourselves as this version and appreciate the journeys and the joys along the way. And I'm so happy to be able to say this because I was so struggling with wanted to achieve things. I want to be there. Like I just think if I was there, I I will be happy. If not, I couldn't until I get there. But now I start to embrace the journeys and even the struggling and the pains, those emotion of sadness is have a beauty. When I connect to my anger, there was a beauty in that anger. It's like I feel things. I feel so alive. There was energy that's moving in me. This feeling is so amazing. And I'm not this kind of person from the start, you know. I always pushing myself hard, and I often have an inner dialogue very negative and not very supportive. And I will be looking for validation from people. And when I don't get it, I give up. But once I become friends to myself, to become parents for myself, I could keep do life now. It's 17 days, even though there is very few people watch it. But because I watch myself, I see myself, and that was the most important. And I think it's so beautiful what I'm sharing, and the law feeling and no preparings and things that just came out of me. And sometimes I didn't know what I'm gonna speak, and I came up with just low energies. But when I'm start speak and thing came out of my mouth, I feel so lit and I feel so high. And now, like I feel so alive, and I feel so gratitude. I feel that how blessed I am that I finally connect to myself and be able to see myself in a good light. Because I could also be on this path, trying to be something in order for someone to validate me, and I will never feel fulfilled. I was like, before I was an engineer, I was a very successful employee. I worked for oil and gas company and I earned good money. And when I said, yeah, I work like this, I work for these people, I work these kinds of projects, people will be like, wow, like they validate how important and how success and how great I was. But inside myself, I never feel enough. I never feel like I have done this enough, good enough, success enough. And the job itself is very stressful. So on top, I feel really empty at the time because it no matter how many people celebrate you, if you not celebrate yourself, it mean nothing. But when you celebrate yourself, you alone is the world, and I alone, I am the world of my world. It's the only person I want to impress. It's the only person I want to look at me and say that, yeah, you did well, you did great, you are enough, you are loved, I love you, I accept you, I do. Mm. I think I could cry every life. Yeah, I do. I become so sensitive. And this is the outcome, which is what a wonderful and positive outcome of my hard, difficult challenge works that I did last year with the psychedelic medicine. I didn't know though that it was gonna be my journey. I thought is I take medicine and I'm gonna go on beautiful trip. Yeah, it was beautiful. I had a beautiful trip, but in the end, I went into such a challenging part of my life. I was so miserable, and I thought I would not get back into normals again. But I overcome it, and that experience have changed everything in me. It's connect me with my emotion that I didn't connect before. Before I write, but I couldn't convey the feeling because I don't connect to my own feeling. I neglect the negative emotion because I was growing up not being taught that I cannot be sensitive. I cannot cry in front camera. You know, when camera on, you smile. I cannot be angry. I cannot feel hate. I cannot feel whatever. I cannot feel. I only can be happy, smiling, easy, positive. Mm. And that, when you disconnect with your emotion, you're not really fully live. And when those emotions show up in front of me, I don't even know what it was. I feel, in my body something moving, and I just to feel uncomfortable, and my mind was like freaking out, like, what is this? What is this? And it was just, loneliness. It may sound very silly, but when you avoid the loneliness, like I used to avoid loneliness, especially like when the sun set, I feel that loneliness. Like when the sun is about to leave the earth and it become nearly dark, and if I were to be alone, I would feel really not good. So I always distract myself, I was not alone, or I would watch movie, I would do something, or I go out with my friends. I would do anything not to feel alone or lonely. And at the time when I faced with this feeling and sit with it, I was in shock. What is this? Don't know what to do, feel so scared. And it was amplified because it's not just normal loneliness, it's accumulating loneliness all my life that I don't want to face it. And it came, and it came. Well, anyway, cannot really explain one long story in this session, but I'm writing that right now. This is a story I'm working on. And I really feel that it will help a lot of people like me. I just feel so amazing. Just think about that. I just want to just sit here and just cry the tears of joy. I just feel so much love and thing that move inside me, and feel so blessed to have my life, to do what I love, to share with other people, and not feel ashamed of my feeling. Oh. Oh, I couldn't imagine I could be able to cry live. Yes. All right, I think. Thank you for listening, watching, feeling me, seeing me, accepting me, loving me. I hope you have a good day and see you again tomorrow. Bye.